The story begins in an old village, nestled within the ordinary world. In this village lived a 12-year-old boy named Fanon. Fanon was an ordinary child, but his curiosity and love for books made him different from other kids. His parents were adventurers who traveled the world, so he lived with his grandfather, Grandpa Roshan, an old scholar from a forgotten era. Grandpa Roshan's library held thousands of rare books, and Fanon would spend hours lost in them. One day, Fanon found an old book, the Book of Jadoo Nagar, the magical realm. It was covered in dust and opened on its own. Fanon, whispering, "This looks like a tale from another world, but these maps? This door? What does this sentence mean? Only the chosen child can read this." As soon as Fanon read the last word, the book began to glow, the room started spinning, and Fanon disappeared. Fanon opened his eyes in a wide, open field. Floating islands drifted across a blue sky, tree branches sparkled like gold, and butterflies scattered musical notes into the air. Fanon, amazed. "Where am I? Is this a dream or?" Manmo, a talking cat. "This is no dream, Fanon. You are in Jadoo Nagar, and we've been waiting for you." Fanon stepped back, a cat was talking. Manmo was a kind, wise, and slightly humorous cat who served as the royal advisor to King Zarnar. Manmo gently lifted Fanon onto a magical cloud and carried him to the palace, a transparent, crystal castle floating in the sky. "King Zarnar. Fanon. You are the one who opened the Book of Jadoo Nagar. Only the true chosen child could do that." Fanon. "But me? I'm just an ordinary boy." Zarnar. "No, you are special. Because your heart holds more kindness than fear. And we need you." King Zarnar explained that Jadoo Nagar was protected by a magical weapon, the Golden Sword. It was hidden within an ancient treasure and could only be found by a pure-hearted child. But now, the sword was in danger. A dark force, Tarak, had returned, seeking the sword to plunge the entire magical realm into darkness. Zarnar. Fanon, your first mission is to find the map of the sword, hidden in the Forest of Air. But beware, magical trials await you there. Fanon was sent for training to an old wizard, Master Zardosh, a wise but slightly sleepy sorcerer. Zardosh, yawning. "Yes, yes. Fanon, you've arrived? First lesson, magic lies within you, not outside. Now let me nap." On the very first day, Fanon received some truly unusual lessons. How to consult with talking trees. How to activate magical shoes. How to ask flying fish for directions. Fanon tried hard to learn everything, even though he often stumbled, slipped, and got scolded by Manmo. Finally, Fanon was given his first mission, the journey to the Forest of Air. He was accompanied by Manmo and a magical talking blanket named Tapka. On the way, they encountered a cloud giant who asked riddles, laughing air fairies, magical trees that only revealed the path when spoken to in rhymes. Fanon. This all feels like a cartoon. Manmo, laughing. Then you're in the right place, Fanon. Everything here runs on magic, but from the heart. And your heart will guide us. Fanon and his companions entered the Forest of Air. Evening was falling, clouds were thickening, and strange whispers echoed from afar. Tarak. Tarak is coming. Fanon. I'm scared, but I won't turn back. Manmo. And that's what makes you a hero, Fanon. In a magical world called Elveria, balance was kept through the harmony of 4 elemental realms, Ignara of fire, Aquarus of water, Erwin of air, and Terra Nova of earth. Each of these lands was protected by an ancient guardian who controlled their respective powers. At the heart of Elveria was the Crystal of Harmony, a glowing jewel that united the forces of nature and ensured peace across the lands. But that peace was shattered when a dark sorcerer named Zarvox rose from the shadows of the Forgotten Realm. Once a powerful guardian of spirit, Zarvox was betrayed and cast out by the others for attempting to control all the elements. Consumed by darkness, he returned with vengeance, shattered the Crystal of Harmony, and scattered its pieces across the elemental worlds. His darkness spread quickly, stealing light, freezing time, and draining the life from the world. Hope began to fade. In the quiet village of Leora, nestled near the forest edge, lived a 12-year-old girl named Fana. Orphaned as a baby, she was raised by her loving grandmother, and lived a simple life, helping with chores, playing in the fields, and dreaming of magical lands she read about in old storybooks. Unknown to her, she carried the bloodline of the Elemental Ones, the only soul capable of restoring balance to the world. On her 12th birthday, as the sun dipped below the hills, a strange silence fell over the village. Black clouds swirled above, and with a sudden pulse of dark energy, everyone around her froze. People turned to stone, animals vanished, and the wind stopped blowing. Fana stood alone, trembling and confused. That night, as she cried beside her grandmother's frozen figure, a tiny light appeared before her eyes. It flickered like a flame and danced in the air before whispering her name. The light led her to an old cave hidden beneath her house, a place her grandmother once told her never to go. There, in the glowing stone chamber, she met Luma, a fiery fairy no larger than a candle flame. Luma revealed the truth: Fana was the chosen one, foretold by the prophecy of Elveria. The 4 elemental shards of the Crystal of Harmony must be found, the lost guardians awakened, and the darkness of Zarvok stopped before all life vanished. At first, Fana didn't believe it. She was just a girl, how could she fight ancient evil? But when she touched the first shard, hidden in the heart of a flame, a burst of warmth filled her chest. The fire didn't burn her. In the enchanted world of Eloria, a hidden realm beyond the stars where skies shimmer with living colors and the wind hums ancient songs, magic flows through every tree, creature, and stone, held in balance by a sacred force known as the Elder Light. When this light is mysteriously stolen by a shadowy entity called the Hollow Mist, Eloria begins to fall into chaos, and magical beings begin to vanish. Far away, in the peaceful village of Twillow Glen, lives a curious and imaginative 12-year-old girl named Lyra Moonfire, who has always felt out of place in the ordinary world. One stormy night, she discovers a glowing, ancient book in her attic that bursts open with light, pulling her into the realm of Eloria. There, she learns she is a rare and powerful spellkeeper, chosen to protect and restore the balance of magic. With no time to lose, Lyra begins a breathtaking journey across wondrous lands. Through the crystal forests where trees sing, across the floating isles of veil that drift in the sky, and into the dark mirror marshes where memories are reflected and twisted. Along the way, she's joined by a magical team: Fizz, a lightning-wielding talking squirrel with a big mouth and a bigger heart; Nivra, a calm and wise elf who controls wind; and Blitz, a baby dragon who turns invisible when frightened but proves to be incredibly brave. To restore the Elder Light, Lyra must find and unite the scattered shards of light, each hidden behind a magical trial that tests qualities like courage, kindness, self-sacrifice, and belief. As Lyra grows stronger, both in magic and in spirit, she begins to uncover the truth about her lost parents, once legendary spellkeepers who vanished in the last great magical war against the shadows. Eventually, the final showdown leads her to the Skyspire Citadel, a floating fortress above the clouds where the Hollow Mist reveals itself to be a fallen spellkeeper, once good, now corrupted by grief and despair. Instead of destroying him, Lyra uses her final spell, a self-written incantation of love and forgiveness, to break the curse, proving that the greatest magic comes not from power, but from the heart. With peace restored, the skies of Eloria shine once again, and Lyra returns to her world forever changed, with the ancient book still glowing, ready to open its pages to the next great adventure. Deep within an ancient, enchanted land lies Wishwood, a magical forest unlike any other, where each tree holds a glowing memory orb formed from the secret wishes and wild dreams of children across the world, each orb pulsing with pure emotions like wonder, joy, sadness, and hope. The forest thrives under the care of Twiggle, a mischievous yet kind-hearted creature born from both plant and animal, who serves as the sole guardian of wishes and the only being who can understand the whispers of the trees. But peace shatters when a mysterious, creeping darkness known as the Hollow Mist begins consuming the forest from its edges inward, turning once bright orbs into dull, cracked shells. Twiggle soon learns the mist originates from the human world, where children are forgetting how to dream, their imaginations being slowly drained